Hello and welcome to Institute of Directors, yet another conference on corporate social responsibility. The 19th edition of the International Conference on Corporate Social Responsibility was held on the 6th and 7th of February 2025 at India's financial capital, Taj Lands End in Mumbai. The theme for this year's conference was the board's role in shaping the future of CSR. The conference saw the participation of over 500 distinguished delegates over the course of 2 days, including eminent industry leaders, CSR professionals, government representatives, academics, civil society members, and diverse stakeholder groups. This event upheld its long-standing tradition of attracting a significant and varied assembly of participants from a wide spectrum of professional and social backgrounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, we begin all auspicious ceremonies in our beautiful country with the lighting of the lamp ceremony.
Commencing the proceeding for the day, the conference started off with the welcome address of the chairman of the Western Region Institute of Directors, Mr. Sitaram Kunte, IAS retired, followed by insightful remarks by the president of the Institute of Directors, Lieutenant General Surinder Nath, PVSM, AVSM retired.
Today we gather in the vibrant and dynamic city of Mumbai, which is also India's financial and business hub, for the 19th International Conference on Corporate Social Responsibility. This conference is organized by the Institute of Directors. I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude towards everyone who have sincerely contributed to make this event a success.
Corporate social responsibility has evolved from being a voluntary goodwill gesture to a strategic imperative in India, driven by a combination of legislative mandates, stakeholder expectations, and the rising aspirations of a socially aware population.
After the highly anticipated welcome, Mr. Ajay Tyagi, IAS retired, former chairman of SEBI, delivered the keynote address, which was followed by illuminating insights by the co-chairman of the Institute of Directors, Honorable Justice Uday U. Lalit, former Chief Justice of India.
I am happy to be here to participate in this conference on a topical subject and a relevant subject. And I congratulate IOD to organize this conference on this subject.
I stand here as part of the family of IOD. And naturally, all of you are quite aware of the width, amplitude of CSR, what wonders it can do to the upliftment of the society, what kind of windows of opportunities can it open.
Upon the arrival of the chief guest of the conference, His Excellency Shri C.P. Radhakrishnan, Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, the gathering was imbued with an air of gravitas and prestige as he graced us with his distinguished presence and profound insights.
Today, we all are gathered here. The social responsibility of the corporates. This is a new law that has been created in 2013. From that onwards, the contribution of the corporates for the social responsibility is ever increasing. But the social responsibility is not only on corporates. We must realize this is reminding the social responsibility of everyone.
After the highly anticipated address by the Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, the vote of thanks was delivered by Mr. Ashok Kapoor, IAS retired, Director General, Institute of Directors.
On behalf of IOD India, I hereby convey our thanks and gratitude to all of you for being with us today and tomorrow for IOD's 19th International Conference on CSR on the theme, the board's role in shaping the future of CSR. IOD studies and research show over the last few years that besides being a legal compliance issue, CSR has evolved as a very gainful concept for a company's improved market reputation and brand management.
The opening session also marked the occasion for the release of the conference souvenir by the chief guest and the esteemed dignitaries. Following an invigorating inaugural session, the Institute of Directors upheld its distinguished legacy, an exemplary tradition of convening eminent and visionary leaders, esteemed intellectuals, and renowned experts alongside policymakers spanning government, business, and civil society. The conference fostered deep deliberations and intellectually stimulating exchanges on pivotal themes central to corporate social responsibility, with a particular focus on the board's strategic role in shaping the future. Discussions underscored the imperative for boards to lead with vision and accountability, embedding sustainable practices and fostering long-term value creation. The keynote session commenced with incisive and astute remarks on the evolving role of the board in CSR.
There is a divide to access quality education due to various parameters. It can be physical issues like geographical and infrastructural barriers, thereby not having learning access, the socio-economic profile of the people, then physical and learning disabilities, gender and socio-cultural issues, and the various factors that operate within the schools, and the dearth of qualified teachers and attitudinal issues.
What is it that makes a difference to the CSR? If you look at the Tatas, 2/3 of Tata Sons' profits go into community development. And that was much before the CSR Act was enacted. It has to do with what you think and what you feel and what you desire. And that is another change we have to bring to our own minds to make CSR a really effective tool in the emerging society of tomorrow.
The approach to CSR had been really about harnessing those challenges that we have as a brand, because whenever you think of packaged drinking water, what comes to your mind is water which is being extracted or from the surface or from extraction, and the packaging that is there. We said, let us try and address these challenges and create our approach on CSR around this. And this has been our program, which we call as Bisleri Greener Promise, centered around 3 pieces: water replenishment or conservation, plastic circularity, and promoting community well-being through ozone.
In Pernod Ricard, we are not just believing in terms of compliance, that CSR just in compliance. We believe in giving back to the society. So CSR is a corporate obligation, you say, but now the word is moving towards sustainability and responsibility. That's why in our company, it is not the CSR department. It is a sustainability and the responsibility department.
Educate the younger lot. The elder lot like us who have grown, have become trees, we can't change much. But the younger lot, my experience, whether it's environment or whether it's water or any of the good habits, at the school level, if you are able to bring in that kind of culture change, they listen and ensure they're very responsible, sir. A very good insight, particularly of what's happened in Kenya. We will all work towards making that message within India as well.
The day's proceedings witnessed highly stimulating discussions marked by insightful exchanges and thought-provoking perspectives.
If you see the sustainability development goals, the 17 goals, they are more or less in terms of the same alignment in terms of the Schedule 7 of the Companies Act, which lists out the activities as provided for in the section 135 from where the CSR emerges.
There are 3 pillars on which the corporate social responsibility should focus on. And I think the key thing behind all this thing is sustainability. Because as growth and development is happening in this country, and as this country keeps powering itself ahead, And they say that this country will move at a faster rate than what it has moved in the past. And if that happens, then what is the point of having all these things unless we are sustainable and we leave the environment in a better stage than what we found it, we leave our people in a better economic state than what we found it, and we empower and we create opportunities and skills amongst those people who will inherit the world after we are no longer there.
We are working in an era where digital is one of the keywords now, and a lot of frauds, cyber risks are there. So CSR as a lever for creating awareness on such issues is also very, very important.
Embedding CSR into the core business strategy, because I think every company wants to look at their own core strategy and work towards this, because that then helps the company to do everything with more passion.
IIFCL, India Infrastructure Finance Company Limited. We spend 2% of our profit in the CSR. And though CSR projects we support are more have social overtones, but of late we are giving priority to the CSR projects which support climate mitigation and adaptation objectives.
For textile sector, as we view it, we have a whole spectrum in which one side we have low technology but high impact initiative in terms of artisans and our traditional crafts, etc., about 70 lakhs of them. Then we come to the more technology intensive industry, which is our traditional power loom driven or the mills, etc., where we have had earlier also, now also very big corporates who are there, and the newer, rather more functional textiles, technical textiles, which is supposed to be the growth engine for the textile sector.
You see 80 crore Indians are still living on free rice and subsidy. How are we going to bring them up? Is only through making them into a forced entrepreneur or entrepreneur, and for that you need to create a business model which will generate profit, and through that profit you are going to drive your CSR activity.
You need an understanding of sustainability management. How will your organization manage the sustainability initiative or the sustainability file? An organization needs to actively assume and exercise responsibility in relation to the environment, society, and economy. And it needs to aim to be a role model in these areas.
Initially, this thing started as the corporate CSR, corporate social responsibility, is that people who are now maybe people and communities who are getting affected with the modern world, their life can be made better, and therefore, as a voluntary concept, the CSR evolved.
In MMRCL, we are ensuring the benefits are passed on to the society without any discrimination and inclusion for all segments of societies. In operation of Metro Line 3, the substantial women workforce are deployed. As far as this profit versus purpose is concerned, businesses that integrate social purpose into their strategy find that it enhances long-term profitability. Sustainable business practices lead to cost saving, risk mitigation, and improved brand reputation, ultimately fostering customer loyalty and investor confidence.
Is in the first year, we as GTs started an initiative, we used to call it Margdarshan, career counseling. So what we were doing in that plant, that all the GTs fresh passed out from IITs and NITs, every Friday, we used to sit with children of the staff that are working in the plant and used to give them career counseling. Sometimes we'll invite some leaders from the plant or from outside as well, sometimes even one-on-one counseling as well.
A special talk was delivered by Mr. Manoj K. Roth, CEO and Secretary General, Institute of Directors, highlighting IOD's remarkable journey over the years and its pivotal role in empowering boardrooms to shape the India of tomorrow.
So, ladies and gentlemen, training is our mantra, networking is our passion, and celebrating success together is our vision. So networking is your real network in today's digital is.
As thoughtful deliberations came to an end on day one of the conference, it was followed by the highly anticipated Golden Peacock Awards night, where the leading voices of the industry came together to recognize the achievements of their peers in the field of CSR, global and national, HR excellence, and innovation management. It was indeed a momentous occasion for IOD, as we had the distinct honor of welcoming Mr. Anurag Singh Thakur, Member of the Parliament in Lok Sabha and former Cabinet Minister, Government of India, as the guest of honor. His esteemed presence graced the Golden Peacock Awards ceremony in the evening, adding to its significance.
Start the corporate social responsibility. It is not an act of charity. Gentlemen, it is a dharma and it is a sacred duty towards society. This reflects a commitment giving back a portion of what you earn in whatever way, in whatever form, whatever extent possible back to the society.
In a ceremony befitting the prestige of the awards, Mr. Anurag Singh Thakur, alongside former Chief Justice of India, Honorable Justice U.U. Lalit, Co-Chairman, Institute of Directors, and Lieutenant General Surinder Nath, PDSM, AVSM retired, President, Institute of Directors, conferred the coveted accolades upon the distinguished recipients, marking a truly illustrious celebration of excellence. Along with the institutional awards, the ceremony also witnessed the conferring of the IOD Distinguished Fellowship Awards of the year 2024 to Mr. Ajay Tyagi, IAS retired, former Chairman, SEBI, and Mr. Puneet Chatwal, Managing Director and CEO, the Indian Hotels Company Limited.
Corporates are important stakeholders in the development of the country. When you say that Viksit Bharat or GDP, Indian GDP becoming third or fourth largest in the world, unless corporates perform, that would be a difficult task. Last year's corporate profits all combined was around 5% of GDP, which was highest in the last 15 years. So they perform a very important role. Corporate governance is something which IOD also is involved. It needs constant upgradation of knowledge and awareness.
It's a nice moment to get a felicitation. I think for me the first time in a Taj. So I think this is very special. At the beginning of the speech, the CEO, Mr. Manoj Raut, mentioned, I don't know how many would recall, TQT, which was trust, quality and transparency. I think what we have as Taj, we define Taj also as trust of all our stakeholders. I think that includes quality and transparency, the word trust.
After a highly stimulating day one, day two of the conference witnessed further engaging discussions.
Corporate social responsibility to me is about people at the front and center of any activity, any initiative that we all are concerned with. It's about the purpose. We talked a lot about the purpose. And linked to purpose and what that purpose is all about, as I said, it's about people, it's about planet, it's about environment.
So if we have to grow, surely we can't grow in isolation. We have to grow taking everybody along and like the theme here says, leaving no one behind. Inclusive growth is very important, and here CSR plays a very important role.
I first of all thank IOD for including this very subject of corporate social responsibility. I think this is a very, very important and meaningful subject. So far as MHADA is concerned, I represent Maharashtra Housing and Area Development Authority, which is pioneer in providing affordable houses in Maharashtra. Across Maharashtra, we are providing affordable houses last almost 5 decades.
This has been happening for the last 20 years, that the businesses are no longer only looked at or judged by their financial performance, but stakeholder activism, shareholders activism, as well as the growing consciousness in the society. The stakeholders are demanding more and more on how, as a business, we impact the environment, impact the society. And then it started on looking at sustainability and ESG. It started almost 20 years back, so almost 10, 11 years back, we had a regulation on CSR by SEBI, mandating certain corporates to invest on CSR or spend on CSR, and made it the responsibility of the board.
ODOP, one district, one product. It is a very unique concept, originated in Uttar Pradesh, and it is a brainchild of our Honorable CM, Yogi Adityanath. So the idea is, as I told, it is the brainchild of our CM, Yogi Adityanath ji. The concept was, we all are very familiar with certain products which belongs to certain regions. We have total 75 districts in Uttar Pradesh, and we have identified products for each district. The basic parameter was that product or that product ecosystem should be linked to the district's GDP, should be linked to the district's livelihood, and linked with the district's employment. So to cater to these product ecosystem, we would enhance the livelihood, the employability, and the GDP of the districts. So this is the concept of ODOP.
For last 4-5 years, we've been working with a lot of private sector, government and all. We've kind of created a partnership model where, CSRs and foundations and private sector come together. They've been trying to scale up each other's works.
The day also featured case study presentations from award-winning companies on CSR, HR excellence, and innovation management. As the final session marked the end of the conference, the Institute of Directors concluded yet another resoundingly successful edition of the International Conference on Corporate Social Responsibility in Mumbai. The event has garnered widespread acclaim for its exceptional value addition, the depth and rigor of its deliberations, and the unparalleled opportunities it afforded to practitioners and stakeholders in the realms of CSR, ESG, and sustainability. This edition further solidified the conference's standing as a premier platform for fostering meaningful dialogue and driving transformative action in the pursuit of sustainable and responsible business practices.